Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Breakup Diet.
What's going on, Yaz?
Well, I feel like you know lots of stuff that's going on for me.
A lot of things happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, always behind the scenes. But also, before we start this episode, I think you guys need to subscribe if you haven't, please. Give us a like where you can. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like it, comment. And do the same on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere.
We're everywhere.
So please do that. But yeah, I thought today, I think we should talk about do's and don'ts. What do you think?
The do's and don'ts of a breakup, guys. It's ever evolving, but also kind of staying the same. What's happening?
Yeah, I think we got to be blunt with it too. Like, you know what I mean? What you should do doesn't mean that we do this, but you should do it. Could be better.
Buckle up, bitches. It's gonna get bumpy. This is the Breakup Diet.
Okay, so what shouldn't you do? I think we should start with.
Okay.
You should not go see them one last time after you break up. You know, for a quick bit of like either closure or, you know, a quick bit of sex. Don't do it. It's not going to help. It's going to make you more confused and you're just going to get in your head even more because you're probably going to miss them or they're going to do something even worse and make you hate them even more, which is also not good for your self-esteem.
After a breakup, the last thing you should be doing is going back to the person who dumped you. I basically saw this really impactful TikTok today where he was like, you wouldn't put the shit back in your ass after you've shut it out.
Ew, that's a bit graphic. It makes sense, but that's really gross.
You just wouldn't let that shit back in.
Ew.
So why should you let his nasty, nasty cock back in?
Ew.
I'm sorry, I have to just make the point really clear. People think hooking up with your ex right after a breakup is like, haha, hee hee, do it for the plot. No, you're doing something really fucking nasty. It's not good for you.
And also, yeah, hee hee, ha ha. But no, you're just going to get more confused, especially if you're a girl. You're going to get attached again. It's going to make it harder to detach.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think it's more haha, hee hee if they're never back in there. You're like, you will never have this ever again.
That is so much more empowering and hotter for you. It's better for the plot being like, oh, I was the one that got away and didn't let him hit for the last time.
Ew, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Some hate sex or whatever it is, you know, like, no. Have you had
it's like
hate
a
sex?
weird kink for men, probably,
Yeah.
taking advantage of, like, emotional women.
No, okay, next point we need
What
to...
we not doing next?
Posting, like, an Instagram quote, being like, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best.
You're not Khloe Kardashian. Pack it up with the quotes.
And also, everybody knows who you're talking about, number one. He knows who you're talking about, and you just look sad. You just look sad. He had you, and it's not worked.
Yeah, and it's not worked out. Let's not dwell on it and publicly let people know that you're dwelling on it. If you've got feelings, journal.
Yeah, journal, for sure.
Burn it after. No one needs to see it. Not even you need to see it after you've written it down, you know?
I getcha. What is another one that I would think of? If you haven't already blocked them, you definitely should. And delete their numbers and mute all their friends. Everything needs to go. Any sort of reminder of them, even if it's like a nice breakup, for you to be able to heal and move on, you actually have to do it, which is so hard. Even the photos, you know, in the albums that come up on your phone, if you want to keep them maybe to look at years later, which I don't think you should do, you shouldn't do, but you could like send them to a friend and say, keep them, but I need to let go of them.
There will be no friend of mine wanting to keep pictures of my ugly ex.
What photos? My head went, what photos do you have with your ex that you don't want your friend to keep?
No, it's not that. It's that I don't think my friends would want to store pictures of a very ugly man.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want my friends to store pictures of my boyfriend if they thought he was hot. You know what I mean? I'd be like, that's awkward too.
Yeah, basically just delete. Delete. You don't need it.
Maybe like if you no, I was gonna say if you really want to, you could like print them off and put them in an Xbox, but that's not healthy either. Don't do that. Have you ever heard about an Xbox?
I've heard about an Xbox. The concept seems really fun, but I don't know how healthy it is in terms of moving on. I don't think it'll help me.
Yeah, and also I just don't think an Xbox is good. I feel like I'm saying like an Xbox, like a, but that's clutter. I don't need more clutter. You know, like I don't even keep my clothing for that long. Why do I need to hang on to their, I don't know, plane ticket that he bought me?
Yeah, you don't need it. I feel like we've got all this information stored digitally as well. If you really need to see it, just type in Ryanair on your email.
Yeah. You know, also I would be deleting all the photos on Instagram if you haven't.
Oh yeah. Proper, fresh, spring clean the socials.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't need to stalk them or stalk their following or stalk who they're seeing.
Yeah, you don't need to. You kind of do. How can you not?
I can see the temptation. It's normal. We're all human. But I'm just saying in the long run, it's such an icky habit to have. You're better than that.
I don't know. I'd find it quite fun though. I know that you shouldn't, and I know you should not do that. But best believe I would be doing that. I'm going to have to see, and I'm going to have to go through her stuff, and I'm going to have to evaluate the situation.
But the thing is, the situation's not yours anymore.
I know.
The ship has sailed.
I know, but it's a little bit of pastime that would make some fun in my life. I can't lie. It's a bit traumatizing. I'll give it to you.
They're removed from your following. They're removed from your pictures, your feed. Therefore, you don't need to see what they're up to afterwards.
Did you do that after a breakup? Because you post a lot of stuff and do like a lot of, you know what I mean, photos. Did you do what you're preaching right now?
So with my first ex, completely gone. Like I had no interest whatsoever in what he was doing. The second ex hit a bit hard, and I would we've both unfollowed each other, but I would kind of look here and there, but nothing was ever interesting. So
Fair.
I kind of stopped.
Fair. I feel like that is a thing though. After time, you do stop. So even if you do it, it's okay because after a certain amount of time, it'll get boring.
Yeah.
And that's when you know you've moved on. When you forget to stalk. That's however I know. When I've moved on from a situation is when I forget to stalk the person.
It's the best feeling ever because you're like, oh, I'm released. I no longer care.
Yeah. So you did. But now you deleted all the photos as well?
Hell yeah. Immediately after the breakup, I deleted it instantly. I removed him everywhere, blocked him everywhere.
Did you not have like a moment ever where you thought back on it and were like, oh?
No, because there was not a part of me that wants someone that doesn't want me back.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I get it. Well done.
We're getting there.
I think also another thing that you shouldn't do is visit places that you guys used to go to as a couple a lot. Like if you have a favorite restaurant, even if that's your favorite restaurant independently, do not go back to that restaurant for like a year.
The memories come back and it hits you hard. And you think that it wouldn't impact you, but it does, like crazy. So the street that I used to live with, my ex, I walked past it. To be honest, it's been 3 years since we lived there, but I walked past it the other day and I'm like, oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah, because I live quite near there now.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So you walked down it and did you have memories come back?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God. But luckily they were bad memories, which is good because I wasn't romanticizing them, but it's still sentimental places that you have with your ex, whether you guys end it amicably or not, it will.
Yeah, they flood back in. It's literally you walk down it and you can't help yourself.
It takes you over. It's crazy. It's a very intense feeling that I've never felt till literally the other day.
Yeah, when I had my little breakup, like I remember I walked back into the house and that's what got me because our whole relationship at the start started and we were always at mine. And then I remember walking in and I was just like, that's where he held my hand for the first time. He did that there, like, he cuddled me on this couch. And I was like, almost you have to move. You have to move. Yeah, if you go through a breakup, it's not very good for your bank because you gotta move. You gotta get out.
Yeah, venture out to the new parts of London.
You're sage. Loads of sage.
Yeah, loads of sage. I mean, I got dumped in my bedroom once. Like, I had to, like, bomb it with sage.
Did you bomb it with sage?
Yeah, I had to.
If you didn't want to get a haircut before, don't just randomly do it because you're going through a breakup and you need to switch up and develop into a new person. Like, you don't need to change.
You don't need those bangs, babe. Put the scissors down.
It's funny that you said bangs because that's actually what I did. I did bangs. I wanted them before, but I just had the courage then because I was like, you know what? If I look bad, I can't feel any worse. And then they looked better. So I was like, haha.
How did it look?
It looked better. Yeah.
Slay.
Yeah, it was actually
Slay.
a good thing to do. But I don't advise doing like a full-on haircut if you've never wanted to have black hair and you just dye your hair black or something. I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah, control your impulses. That also goes with spendings. What other things?
Well, like anything really. Like anything where you feel like you have to change.
Yeah.
Like, you know, dressing different, changing your hair color, you know, becoming someone that you're not. But then I also do get wanting to feel a bit better if you're feeling low. So it's kind of like a hard one. I feel like if you wanted to do something before the breakup, then you can do it, low-key. But if you just like have an impulse, don't do it.
Relax on the impulses at the start because, you know, the first 6 weeks of a breakup, it's a shock in your system. You're still processing a very big loss. Be easy to yourself. Don't act on any emotions. That's the biggest thing. This was from Paige's episode. It really has stuck with me.
She's great. She is great.
Shout out to Paige.
I feel like you also shouldn't, what shouldn't you do? You should not go seek them for closure, even if you want to. You shouldn't use, like, pets to get back in. I've heard that one recently. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to keep their pet to know.
No, you do not need
to, like, see them or leave your stuff at theirs to, like, see them one last time.
No, we're not going to be desperate after a breakup. That's, like, one thing we're not going to be. Yes, we're human in that, but desperation after a breakup is something that we do not advise on the breakup diet.
Yeah, like, you didn't leave your bracelet at his house. You didn't. You don't need to say you did. You know what I mean? Like, I think I left my bracelet at your house. No, you didn't. And if you did, he should give it back. Yeah, if it's really expensive, he should give it back. And if he doesn't...
Tough.
Yeah. You didn't need it, and it was God's plan to let it go lost.
That is wise. Hard truth, but that is so wise.
Yeah. Like, no begging.
Begging is banned in the breakup diet.
What have you done after a breakup that you shouldn't have done?
One thing I really regretted doing after a breakup was airing it all out on TikTok for views.
But did you get views?
Yeah, I got like 100K. Decent, great for the analytics. You know, my social media manager was super happy with it. But it is not really healthy, and it's actually kind of not normal to air out your business to 100,000 people to see and know. You know what I mean? There's levels to it. Yeah, you can share with your friends because it's fun. But online, it is such a grey zone.
I also feel like it kind of makes you stuck in the breakup. Like, as in, if you're sharing it online and then you're getting views from it, you're probably going to post something else about it. And it kind of, like, stops you from healing because you're just living it. And you're living it, and you keep doing it because you...
Yeah, you keep reliving your breakup for what? Views? 100K views? Is that worth it in the end?
I mean, only do it if you're, like, serious and then you make bang from it and then you're off.
Yeah, if you can think about a proper long-term game on it, like we have with the breakup diet.
Yeah.
But this also goes to stories as well, where you're airing them out on your Instagram stories, cussing them out. Not worth it. One person who did that, which I famously remember, Julia Fox aired out her baby daddy drama, completely calling him like a deadbeat dad.
I never saw that.
This happened just before she got with Kanye. And imagine, it's there for the world. There's screenshots. The baby's gonna see it when he grows up one day. What you put in online kind of stays out there forever, even if you deleted it because someone saved it. Someone's taken a screen recording of it.
Yeah, especially now. Also, like, that's mean because she's going to get over those feelings. And then what? Her son's dad. That's what they're talking about. And then you can't take it back. And that's bad, especially also because she would have cared about that person a lot at one spot. Like, she will get over it or not feel the exact same way. Even if it was horrible what happened. Like, we don't know what happened, but I don't know. It's a bit awkward then.
Yeah, it's a big no. I think online airing a drama is just not worth it, guys.
Yeah. Unless we go through a breakup and then it has to go online. Unfortunately.
This is the breakup diet.
Oh, God.
One rule for us, another rule for you. Okay, another thing you shouldn't do after a breakup, rebounds.
Yeah. They're not healthy. You have to be unless you're a really strong person who can just, like, get the job done, if you know what I mean, and get on. But I just don't think I could do that. I get too attached and be in love. And then they're not in love with you because they're just a rebound.
Exactly. And the thing is, with a breakup, embrace the fact that you're actually single for a bit. You're not going to be single forever, which is why you don't need to go under someone immediately. You don't need unnecessary emotional attachment. And you probably don't need to jump into a relationship accidentally through a rebound. Been there, done that, worst decision ever, because after that rebound is over, you mourn 2 relationships for the price of what? None.
Yeah, I get you. But it's also like a rebound can be fun. It can be fun too, I guess, to distract you. Like, it is just putting a band-aid over, and you shouldn't probably do it, but I don't know.
I would say distract yourself with career.
But sometimes it's a different feeling, isn't it? Like, distracting yourself with the love of a career or the love of your friends or the love of your family is so different from a romantic love too. Like, I get it, but it's also like, really,
No, it's hard.
you
it's
know?
hard.
So, like, a rebound is not healthy and it's not good. But sometimes it is a little bit of a, like, haha.
Yeah, no, like, give yourself the time to heal though, because you're going through something super fresh and new. And then when you're ready, get back to it when you're feeling healthy and good about yourself. Not because you have to do it just to spite your ex, or doing it because there's that pressure for you to just immediately start dating, because there's no rush to it. There's no timelines to it.
Yeah, or if you feel like you have to win the breakup because you don't.
You being by yourself makes you the winner, because now's the time for you to level up, glow up, and reinvent to the best version of yourself. Should we take this to what you should do after a breakup?
Yeah, so what you should do is obviously cry, let all the emotions out, whether that be a week, whether that be 2 weeks, whatever it is, just get it out whenever it comes out and feels right. Because also some people won't process it straight away. I thought about this the other day, that sometimes you don't cry in the first week because it doesn't hit you, and you might have like a job that's taken you over.
And just keep reminding yourself that in the long run, this is all for the better. Breakups are exciting. It's the start of a new chapter. It means new career opportunities, new opportunities to meet someone that's more aligned to you. It's really not the end of the world. So yeah, embrace those emotions the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, and it will be scary at the start. Like, it will be. And it's also like you feel like you're losing something, or you're like letting go of something and you're, all alone, but you're not.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big loss, but the thing is, that loss opens up for so much more excitement in your life.
Yeah. Also, what you should do is make a habit of, when you're ready, going out and doing things, even if you don't feel like you should want to do it, because the habit then makes you feel better after the time. Like, you have to force yourself into, I don't know, seeing your friends or going out, even if you don't really want to. And then after the time, you won't be forced.
100%. Like, you will never not regret even just going out for a walk and get some fresh air for 10 minutes. You'll never regret that. You'll never regret calling your friends and having a laugh about everything. But what you will regret is staying in and isolating yourself from the world.
Yeah, because then you actually will feel lonely.
Exactly. Let's not amplify that feeling.
Yeah. You know what we've never talked about is maybe you should make up a breakup playlist. Because that could be kind of fun. And it doesn't have to be sad songs. Maybe the first week is sad songs so that you can just cry in the shower. But after, it should be more I don't know, Ariana Grande, is that her name? And Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus.
Oh my god, Miley Cyrus is amazing for breakups. She covers the entire emotions, like Wrecking Ball, 7 Things I Hate About You, then Adore You. That woman has range when it comes to breakups. She's been through it.
Yeah, isn't one Flowers or something? Where she
Yes.
had the video clip in the house.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like you got to have you can have your crying stage playlist, and then you can have another playlist that's bad bitch energy, getting your groove back, you don't deserve this.
Exactly.
And maybe play it before you gonna go see your friends, or going on a walk. You could play it and just strut your stuff down the street. And you know what? When you go on these walks, don't look like a bum either, actually. So when you are out in public, okay, you don't have to always do this, but I feel like if you make an effort and you look good, then you're going to feel good. And then you might meet somebody else just down the street. Or you might just get somebody say, wow, you're pretty. And then that would make you feel good in turn too.
100%. Just the fact that you took time in your appearance is such a nice way to boost serotonin. It really is.
Yeah, honestly, whenever I don't wear makeup and for ages, when I'm working at home or whatever, I feel so gross. And then the first time you put on makeup, after a few days, you feel like a VS model. You're like, hello world.
Yeah, you're just oh, I am so back. I am out. Let's go.
Yeah.
But when you're kind of in that makeup-free zone, you get a bit sluggish. There has to be a psychology on this, seriously.
Yeah, there definitely has to be. Yeah, when you're in the rut, or I get this even when I work from home and I've got some toothpaste here and I'm my hair's in a slick back bun of grease. I'm ugh. Yeah.
And then there's a reason to be out. Your friends are hitting you up. You've got your makeup on. You feel great.
Yeah. What else would you do after breakup?
Okay, I would 100% throw yourself into either a new hobby or career.
But what if you didn't know what that was? What if you're someone that just hasn't found that yet? Because it's easy for us because we have kind of found that. But me a few years ago, I wouldn't have found that.
Oh yeah, this took me 3 years after my divorce to find this.
Yeah.
It does take time, but the thing is, if your intention is there, the right hobby, the right passion, the right career path will fall into place. You just need to have that intention within you to do that. And do your research, suss things out. There are infinite amount of information out there. See what suits you, see what you like, and then just take it from there. It's exciting.
Yeah, you don't even have to be fair, you don't even have to have a full new hobby or anything. I was just thinking about it. You could even read books that you're interested in, or read which I guess is a hobby, but if you never were into that, research, I don't know, different things that you might like. If you like shopping, okay, it's not a good hobby, but you could gain an online shopping addiction. Who knows? Not very healthy, but it is quite fun to browse.
Or even just think back into the hobbies that you've always kind of wanted to do back before you were in a relationship that you never really had the time because you had to give that time to someone else.
Yeah.
Dig back into that. Sorry.
We're stuttering on our words so much today. I don't know why. Also, I feel like, you know what I learned about a breakup recently is that you are not the same person that you were when you went into the relationship. And so if you're scared to break up, this is just a different thing. If you're scared to break up with somebody because you remember what the time was like before, don't be, because it won't be the same. Like, you've grown so much as a person, whether that, I don't know, maybe you're not feeling so confident right now or something, but you're really less confident before the relationship, then you're not going to go back to being even less confident.
No.
So you have to be present with the time too. It's not like you're going through a breakup and then you're going to go back to being even lower than you were before you even had this relationship. Like, it doesn't work like that. I thought that was nice to know.
Definitely. I think after a breakup, you meet a new version of yourself and embrace them. She's cool. She's been through a lot. She's smarter than the last relationship. She's gonna go into her next relationship knowing a way lot more.
Yeah, what you want, what you don't want, what you won't put up with.
Exactly. I feel like each breakups get better and better. You just glow up so much better. There was another TikTok I saw where it was like, oh, I am one more breakup from turning into the prime minister, because that's just how much she's locked in, you know?
Okay, so also what you should do is celebrate every single time that you have like a mini win. So say you don't contact them for like a month, you get a cake. You know, I bet you've seen those cakes like on Pinterest. I've seen them. And it's like 1 month, no contact. Like, I think you should make it a fun thing and like celebrate the milestones, because it's hard. It is hard to cut ties. It is hard to stay broken up, and it is hard. So you need to be like, yes, bitch, I got this and I did that. And then you won't care.
I actually think celebrating the 1 month is the biggest milestone to celebrate. I think we need to normalize that, because the first month is the hardest. If you can get over that month, trust me, you will get over that breakup. So I think we should invent the 1 month breakup anniversary parties.
Yeah, cake.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
There's always a celebration to get a cake.
100%. And the first month, you deserve it.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's so hard to stay. Also, like, to not go back, to not want to get closure.
Another thing you should do after a breakup, solo dates. I am telling you, solo dates are so fun. I love being... No, it is.
The way that you said it. Oh, so fun. I want to know.
Okay, solo dates are the best thing ever. I didn't realize till actually doing them. So going to Pilates class by myself, going to the movies by myself, I'm like, shit, this is so much fun. I don't need to wait for someone else's schedule. I don't need to be texting a friend being like, are you here? Where are you? I can just go on my own accord. The best thing I've done for a solo date was a concert. I was right at the front, pressed up against the barricades. I was able to touch the artist's hands. You can do so much more things your own way, and it's
You
fun.
went by yourself?
Yeah.
Was that not a bit scary, being in a crowd by yourself?
No, I've done it quite a few times.
Oh.
Even like when I was in a relationship, like when I need to go to a concert and there's no one there, I'm not going to wait. I have to go. And I do concerts really hardcore where I have to be right at the front. Every concert I've been
to. So if you see Ilma alone at a concert, just at the mosh pit at the front, yeah, you know what she's doing. Having the best time ever on a solo date.
Exactly.
How many times a week should you go on a solo date? Or how much? Like once a month?
Yeah, once a month is a great start. One of my friends, she went on a solo date, like a dinner date, to quite a nice restaurant. And I guess an old man felt sorry for her and just secretly paid for the bill.
That's actually so lit.
So that's also an idea. You might score a free meal.
I think I would have, you know where I would go on a solo date? It's like a hotel. I don't feel like that's weird because you could be traveling. You know what I mean? Like, I do that when I'm on holiday. But to go to, like, my local on a solo date, I would find that quite hard. I'm not going to lie, because I'd be like...
Sup.
Yeah. You know, whereas, like, if I'm in a hotel, I'm like, I could just be in the city for one night.
Like a hotel lobby bar drink.
Yeah.
Such a vibe. You can, like, pretend to be a character.
Yeah, that would be fun. You know what I also would want to do is wear a wig. That's a new, like, a solo date, but you can go as a whole different person. That
Oh
could
my
be fun.
god, can we try it?
I'm actually so down. But we have to get, like, a legit wig. Legit. It has to look real.
Okay, we gotta put in budget.
Another thing that you should do after a breakup is, I said chuck out their stuff. Like, chuck out their t-shirts if you have any. Chuck out any of their stuff. I don't want it. Don't want to see it. And talk to your friends about it, to be fair, because that's what they're there for. And they should listen to you. Like, I know it's sometimes annoying. Like, it's annoying sometimes to hear the same story over and over. But you should be able to talk to them. Or go on Reddit and write an anonymous story about how you feel to get it out.
That is a great way to get it out because you will have so many different people commenting. You get a fresh new perspective and it could help you heal faster. And honestly, that being said, I think it is a good idea to get therapy after a breakup. It is hard. Like, it is a journey to find the right therapist.
How do you even find the right therapist? Like, I genuinely would have no idea. I just hit up Paige.
I just had hit and misses till I found the right one. So I found my right therapist, I think, on the third go. And then when you find the right therapist, oh my days, like, you get the best mental clarity. You understand yourself more. You understand the relationship around you more. That includes your friends, family, because that in turn also impacts your romantic relationships. And when you understand yourself better, you know yourself better, you set better standards for yourself so that the next partner is going to be better suited to you, because that's what you want at the end of the day. Someone that is, you know, just perfect for you.
Yeah. And I also think to, like, end it off is that you shouldn't be too mean to yourself, or you shouldn't analyze it too much, because you're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel like you could have done better. You're going to analyze your stuff. You're going to be hurt. You don't need to be pushing in the needle even further.
Treat yourself the way you would treat your best friend going through a breakup. You wouldn't tell your best friend, move on, hurry up, quickly, like, why are you still crying? Like the way you would say to yourself.
Yeah, that is actually good advice. Well done.